Welcome to my Search and Destroy series. I'm going to be going into great detail in this game mode and spreading the series out over a few weeks, which is important so that you can watch and then practice each strategy rather than giving you them all. You're probably going to forget them. This will give you time to build up your own type of strategies feeding off this. And keep in mind that these strategies are for the average gamer and may not necessarily be beneficial to those that are, already good at the game. My style is typically frowned upon by many gamers. I know that. When on defense, I defend. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Which means I'm not running after the enemy in their spawn. It is intelligent to acknowledge the fact that on defense, you have an advantage over the attacking team. You can strategically place yourself in a position that enables you to properly defend a bomb target. Why chase the enemy when they have to come to you in order to win? This series isn't about getting a lot of kills, but rather helping your team win the round. This particular series is being co-developed by Meatwagon22 and specifically designed for a two-person team in public matches. I highly recommend that you visit his channel, link is below, so that you can see both defensive strategies for A and B. We begin the series with a B defensive strategy on Dome. We'll start off with a detailed look at one round using the strategy, and then I'll show you variations of the same strategy in different games against different teams. Alright, so this is the basic setup here. Now keep in mind, this particular strategy and the way I place my Claymore and everything like that is based on a two-person strategy, knowing that Meatwagon is actually in the center there covering it, so I don't need to utilize my Claymore to protect my flank. I'm using it here as a possibility to at least damage any rushers. So if it hits them, it may not kill them, but maybe make them red, easier for me to drop with a couple of bullets. This is the position right here. This is a critical position. You can either go there or where the actual forklift is, but this sight line here right across is like a laser beam. Think of it as a warning system. Any enemy that tries to break it, you're going to see coming in and you're going to be able to tag. You've got the advantage. Plus where you're located, very difficult for them to see. So as they're coming through, if they decide to come through that area, like you're going to see in just a second here, they're going to get tagged. So that's the basic setup. Right on that corner there, I'm going to show you variations in other games of what I do with my Claymore. Now here's an example of me playing without a teammate, so without a two-person, using more or less the same strategy. Now you watch this Claymore placement. This is not meant to protect me. That Claymore is meant to protect those at A from getting flanked if I die. If the bomb carrier is going to A and someone's rushing on B side. I know, very unselfish of me. So here I'm using the ACR dual attachment silencer, and this is the advantage. I mean, that guy's kind of kiboshing me. Right here, the damage, this is why this position is critical. You're able to easily take cover. It gives you a moment to actually recover from any damage. It is a very good strategic area here. Now, you're going to watch something that happens, and I'm going to show you almost a variation of a bomb target strategy. Now, I'm watching the map. This is important. When you're in Search and Destroy, constantly watch the map. Watch where your teammates die. Pay attention to this stuff. You always see me bringing up the menu so I can see how many are left, what's going on, and here I realize, okay, they're pushing A. They're pushing A because people are dying there. I picked up my Claymore, bring it down to the center here to provide myself with additional coverage in case they try and go through the center. This spot here is critical. If you go prone or even just sort of squatting or whatever, I forget what it's called. But anyway, if you take this, you got another laser sight line right to the far end. You have the advantage of actually seeing them. It's like a head glitch from the center. People coming out through the dome are likely not going to see you. And it's actually very, very easy to defend both sides. Just remember, strategies will only take you so far. You must pay attention to the radar. You must be able to think, hey, what's going on? Are they pushing one bomb target or the other? Pay attention to where your team dies. In this particular round here, only use this Claymore placement once. The reason being is it's in a very bad spot. You see the explosive barrels there? Anyone throwing a stun, Semtex, something near it, even if it catches fire, it's going to take your Claymore out. The point of that Claymore, especially, if you're just by yourself, and there's a perfect example of another rusher going through. I love rushing. You know what? I love it when you rush too. It's awesome. But anyway, that Claymore can easily be destroyed. And the point of that Claymore placement there is to protect my flank, my right side, so they don't come around and end up getting knifed. Here I've got a laser line I can see anyone coming across there knowing that the center is actually protected. Now, the only real risk here at this point is someone going up the ladder and, you know, coming down that way, because then they would avoid everything. But it puts them at a very, you know, at a severe disadvantage, basically, because they're very, very visible. Now, this is me taking advantage of this area again after getting 2 kills. I think it was 2 kills, wasn't it? Anyway, so you're in this position here. It gives you additional camouflage. Very, very difficult for them to spot you. But as you can see, you can still make the shots through. It's just good camouflage. Now you're going to see the Claymore do its job protecting the flanks. Someone trying to come through, and you'll see the, should see the kill cam here in just a second. There you go. So I don't know why it's showing like that, but again, it's important to cover yourself up if you're going to play this style. Now, the whole point of this last clip is basically to show you my current preferred placement of the Claymore. Now, you notice I'm not putting it inside. Because those barrels were volatile, I found too much that my Claymores were getting blown up. So I place it on the outside. That's actually a great location. And then, of course, I retreat to my favorite little camping spot. Laser sightline across. No one is breaking that sightline without me seeing them. There's no way. I'm paying attention. In this case here, you can see I'm constantly watching, see how many are alive, how many are dead. I'm looking at my teammates. That's why you see me popping it up. It isn't because I'm looking at the scores. I'm looking and trying to constantly, you know, survey what's happening in this game here. So as I see people dying, I'm like, okay, crap. Reposition myself. Still, if I see players over there, I'm not too concerned. I'm not about to go to A until I see, you know, catastrophe strike. But that Claymore there, even though it didn't kill anyone, is my preferred location. That's where I want to place that Claymore. Now I'm placing it on the inside because I'm moving this way. And I'm looking to protect myself. Uh-oh. Oh, yes, yes. Is he coming in? No? Great. So anyway, I can hear the guy coming up top. He's trying to go around. And while I'm chasing this guy, there's another guy on the other side getting into position. This is why I use Claymores. It's a deterrent, and even if this guy did come after me, there's a good chance that he would have gotten blown up. Claymores are a person's best friend in public search and destroy. Well, there you go. A simple yet extremely effective B-target defense strategy for Dome. Remember to switch up your position each defensive round if and only if you get a kill. The reason for this is that your position will have been compromised if the individual watched the kill cam, and will most likely adjust his or her route to compensate. Same thing applies to the Claymore position. If it kills or was shot, switch it up. Anyway, try it out. Hope you enjoy it.